Alan here. I wanted to talk a little bit about crowds. Now, there are a lot of enjoyable things that we can do that involve crowds, athletic events, concerts, and so forth. However, in the crazy times that we live in, a lot of negative things happen involving crowds too. We have riots, protests, active shooters, terrorist attacks, bombings, vehicle attacks, all that have resulted in people being injured and killed. It's understandable why some people just refuse to go anywhere where there's a crowd. I don't want to live that way. I don't want you to live that way either, because I want you to get out and enjoy life. Just do it safely. And if that means enjoying something that involves a crowd, I want you to do that as well. But I do want you to be aware. And I want you to take some precautions and know what you can do if something bad happens and you find yourself in a crowd. So I'm going to provide a few little tips here that can help you stay safe. You should be paying attention, being aware. If you're not, why don't you look at some of my videos or articles or books or something where I teach awareness and get in the habit and the practice. But I'm going to assume that you've already done that and you're being aware and you're paying attention. At the first sign that something is up and not right, I want you to leave. Just get out of the area. That's the best way to keep yourself safe. Don't get caught rubbernecking and trying to get a better view of something. Don't be taking your phone out because I want a good YouTube video and staying in a place that could be dangerous and put yourself or others with you in harm just to get a YouTube video or to get a better look. The best thing to keep yourself safe is to leave. And that could be even if you have a gut feeling, intuition. Pay attention to those feelings that you have, act upon them, and get yourself to safety. That's the most important and easiest thing you can do to stay safe when you're out in a crowded area. The next thing I want you to do is try to remain calm. And I know that might be very difficult to do, especially with the chaos that's going on around you. It's going to be even worse if people are being injured or killed. But you need to keep your wits and you need to try to stay calm so you can do what you have to do to get through the event. And that's why I teach the combat breathing or autogenic breathing, sometimes called box breathing. Remember, breathe in for a count of 4, hold it for a count of 4, breathe out for a count of 4, hold again for a count of 4, and repeat. Doing this will help keep you calm and enable you to think a little bit better under that stress so you can do what you have to do to keep yourself and others safe. If you're with others, I want you to stay together. Very important, especially if you have younger children. And don't, if you're the male or the father figure or the leader of the group, say, I'll hold them off or deal with this, you go to safety. Don't play that role. You go with them because they probably don't want to leave you. If it's your family, they don't want to leave you. It's your job to get all of you to safety. Okay? Lock hands, lock elbows, or hold hands. Stay together. Do everything you can to stay together and get all of you to the safe location. Because when you get separated or if you're by yourself, greater chance of possibly being injured. And again, extremely important if you're with younger children, if you have to, pick them up, hold them, and get them to safety. But stay together and then getting all of you to safety is your primary goal. If the emergency situation that you're in is a riot or a riot is starting, I want you to get away from there as quick as possible. Don't be part of it. Stay neutral. Be Switzerland. Don't take a side. Don't do anything that will let you stand out by either side to make you a target. Stay out of the middle of the crowds that's starting to riot. If you can be toward the side, along a wall or something, and get yourself to safety, that's going to be better. If you're inside, it's imperative that you know where the exits are. I'm always preaching this. And in this situation, if something's starting, the main entrance exit may be a volatile location. So it probably will be better to go out an alternative exit through the back, through the side. So knowing where those are, getting you and your group out those exits to safety should be your primary goal. If you're in a vehicle and there's a volatile crowd, a violent crowd, don't get out of the vehicle. Stay in the vehicle, use it to get yourself to safety. You want to drive slowly and assertively, not aggressively. You're not trying to run people over, but you don't want to stop and let them do something to you or get inside your vehicle either. So it's slow so people can move. You're not being violent or aggressive toward them, but you're being assertive to get yourself and your vehicle and everybody in it out to where it's safe. If you're on foot, it's going to be much more difficult to go against the tide and against the flow of where the people are going. So you may need to go their direction until there's that opportunity to break loose and get somewhere safe. So you're sort of, if you're in that crowd, I'm going with the crowd, but I'm trying to work my way to the side where I can then get to safety. Being along a wall, less chance that you can fall down and be trampled out there in the middle. You don't want to fall down and be on the ground and get trampled. That's where some of the most serious injuries and sometimes deaths occur in, stampedes and people in a panic mode getting away from something because somebody goes to the ground and they get trampled and stomped on. So do everything you can to keep yourself and those that you're with upright, and then go with the crowd, but slowly be trying to, if you can, get to a side where you can maybe break away from the crowd to one of those alternative exits and get to safety. If you're in the street, get somewhere off out of that crowd. But don't try to swim up against it. That's going to be very difficult. And again, stay off the ground. And if you do go down, try to get back up as soon as possible. If you're with others and somebody goes down, everybody help each other stay upright. Okay. If you are on the ground and your stuff's happening, protect your head and your vital parts while you're trying to still regain your feet and prevent from being trampled and hurt, possibly killed while you're down there. Sometimes, especially if there's a riot and the dangerous stuff is outside, if we can get inside a building and keep ourselves safe that way, because maybe you can't get to safety outside. It's just, stuff's going on everywhere. If you can get inside a building that you can lock or barricade and keep yourself inside and ride the storm out, so to speak, that is a safety strategy that could help as well. You just have to be aware that if a building were to happen to be set on fire, which sometimes happens in these situations, you need to know the exits and be able to save yourself from that fire as well. There's no absolutes in any of this. These are just some different strategies to help you stay safe if you find yourself in one of these dangerous situations. Getting caught in a riot or inside an angry mob can be scary, and it can be dangerous. But a large crowd doesn't necessarily mean that. There can be a lot of people gathered for fun. So I'm not going to tell you, don't go anywhere there's a lot of people. I certainly don't want to live that way, and I don't want you to live that way either. If you want to enjoy an athletic event, a concert, even a peaceful protest where there's a lot of people, I want you to be able to do that. I just want you to be aware and know these strategies in case something bad does happen so you can keep yourself safe. Because bottom line, that's what life's about, right? Get out there and enjoy life safely.